Welcome back to Ellie Scrubs In. Today we're tackling one of the most confusing things for new trainees, how to actually read a suture packet. By the end of this video, you'll be able to decode every symbol and number on the label, so you'll know exactly what you're holding in the OR. We'll go through each part of the suture packet step by step and explain what each part means. Let's get started. 1. U.S. Pharmacopoeia size. The first thing you'll notice on a suture packet is the U.S. Pharmacopoeia, or USP, size. This system goes back to the early 20th century, when surgeons and manufacturers needed a standardized way to compare suture thickness across different brands. The system uses numbers that might feel counterintuitive at first. Suture size is measured using whole numbers, with larger numbers denoting thicker suture material. For example, a number 3 suture is bigger than a number 2 suture, which is bigger than a number 1 suture. Sutures smaller than a size 0 are denoted by adding extra zeros, and this is where the number and dash system comes in. A suture size of 3 zeros is called 3-0 and written as the number 3, followed by a dash and a 0. The smallest sutures start with lots of zeros, like 10-0 or 9-0, which are microscopically fine. As you move up, the number of zeros decreases and the strand gets thicker. 7-0 is still delicate, but larger than 9-0. 3-0 is fairly standard for skin or subcutaneous tissue. 0 is used for fascia, and then 1, 2, or 3 are progressively heavier sutures, often for orthopedic or tendon repairs. In short, more zeros mean a thinner suture. Once you get above single zero, the numbering switches to whole numbers without a dash, and those are the thickest. This sizing system is unique to the United States, which is why you'll often see the European metric size printed right next to it, giving the exact strand diameter in millimeters. 2. European Pharmacopoeia metric size. Right next to the USP size, you'll often see the European metric size in millimeters. This measures the actual diameter of the suture strand. For example, 3-0 suture in USP corresponds to a metric size of 2, meaning 0.2 millimeters in diameter. 3. Manufacturer needle code. Next is the manufacturer's needle code. This shorthand, like MH1, CT1, or P3, tells you the shape and intended use of the needle. For instance, SH means a small half-circle needle for soft tissue, while CT1 is a larger half-circle needle often used in fascia. These codes are unique to each manufacturer. 4. Needle length and curvature. The packet also lists the actual needle length, usually in millimeters, and the curvature, like 3/8 circle, 1/2 circle, or straight. The curvature determines how much space you need to turn the needle through tissue. 5. Needle point type. Needle points are described by type. A taper point needle smoothly spreads tissue, best for bowel or vascular work. A cutting needle has a sharp edge to slice tougher tissue, like skin. Reverse cutting places the cutting edge on the outer curve, reducing the risk of pulling through tissue. 6. Needle point symbol. Manufacturers also use small icons to show point type. For example, a triangle symbol means a cutting needle, while a round symbol means a taper. 7. Needle image at 1:1 scale. Many packets print an actual 1:1 image of the needle. That way you can glance at the packet and know the size and shape before you open it. 8. Suture strand length. The strand length tells you how much material you're getting, usually 45 centimeters or 70 centimeters. Longer strands are useful for deep closures where you need more reach. 9. Catalog code. The catalog or reference code is the unique identifier for reordering. Surgeons and scrub techs often memorize these codes for commonly used sutures. These codes are also unique for each manufacturer. 10. Suture material. Here's where brand names can get confusing, as the label will list both a brand name and the generic name. For example, Vicryl is the brand, but the generic name is polyglactin 910. It's an absorbable braided suture used in many soft tissue closures. Other common materials include Monocryl, the brand name of polyglecaprone, PDS, the brand name of polydioxanone, and Prolene, the brand name of polypropylene suture. Always check whether a suture is absorbable or non-absorbable, and whether it's braided or monofilament. 11. Sterilization method. The packet usually notes how the suture was sterilized. Most are sterilized with ethylene oxide gas. 12. Single-use only symbol. Finally, look for the international single-use only symbol, a number 2 inside a circle with a slash. This is a reminder that sutures are disposable and should never be reused. And that's how you decode a suture packet. From USP size to material and symbols, every piece of information tells you exactly what you're about to use. Next time you're scrubbed in, take a closer look at the label before passing the suture. It'll make you a more confident and efficient member of the OR team. This is Ellie Scrubs In. We'll see you in the next video.